Welcome back, decoders. Hope you guys are all great. And hold on a second. So give me a thumbs up, guys, if the sound is good. Just let me make sure that's all right before I go too far. Hello, Jessica, Kamala Harris, Maka, 113, Dr. Savage, Betty, hello, Elena, hello, JJ Recon, much love to you all. God bless you. Bolton, hello. So yeah, guys, let's thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. And make sure you guys hit the likes. Hit those likes buttons, guys. Let's get to 100 before the stream's over. So if you're in here and you haven't hit the like yet, please do so. Or if you really just don't like it, hit the dislike, I guess. But Zenith, Zenith of the Alpha. I'm so glad you're in here. I thought I might be able to lure you in with the 319 and the Prince thing. That's why I put it on the cover, Zenith, because I thought I might be able to lure you in with the 319 thing. So I gotta, as I was going to do, I gotta give a big shout out to Zenith. So if you guys haven't subscribed to his channel, Zenith of the Alpha America, this is his channel. If you want to drop the link in the chat, Zenith, you can. But yeah, so a lot of this Prince stuff that I'm going to talk about is something that Zenith has brought to my attention. You know, this video right here, it's called number 319, The Royal Connection. So there just happened to be a bunch of alignments with today in number 319. So I'm going to go over this and I'm going to talk about some other things as well. But guys, make sure you go give him a sub. Okay. And yeah, make sure you go give Zenith a sub. Go watch his video, all his videos. But this one, the number 319 video, is going to have connections to what I'm about ready to talk about. So Prince, number 319. And with that being said, hold on a second. Make sure you guys don't forget I have a community section where I'm often posting. And we're going to go over a few things in here. But again, the Olympics are tonight, right? They're starting tonight. And hold on a second, guys. Sorry. As soon as I start streaming, the kids outside start screaming. It's just so crazy how as soon as I start streaming, every time something loud happens. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, please hit the likes, guys. Go check out Zenith of the Alpha. And yeah, we're going to talk about the Olympics. We're going to talk about Kamala Harris. We're going to talk about a lot of different things here. But first we're going to dive in. And something I didn't put in here. Yeah, I guess I'll get back to it in a minute, but let's just start with the presentation and then we'll add things as we go. All right, so again, the Olympics starting today, July 26, 2024. I've talked about this many times. The female face in the flame, okay? This is a Venus connection. And there's other connections to this too, but I believe when I pointed this out months ago about this Olympics logo looking like a female face with a flame, I immediately thought of Kamala Harris because I knew that this Kamala Harris thing was coming. And now here we are, just days before the Olympics starts, we get Kamala Harris. She's all over the news, right? She's the top front page news. Okay. So, and what's funny, guys, is I've even seen, my girlfriend showed me something on Twitter today or yesterday about people saying that Kamala Harris looks like Prince. And I've seen some guys run some pictures together and put their faces over one another. And, you know, I can't really deny that they look similar. Okay. I don't know if it's actually being played by Prince. It's very possible. You never know in this day and age. But there is a similarity in their look. I'm not saying that they are exactly the same person, but there are people that think that Kamala Harris is being played by Prince. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out there because there is that connection that people are making about Prince and Kamala Harris. So, and we're going to talk about the royalty, and the reason that we're going to talk about royalty is because the Olympics is based off of Jupiter, okay, or Zeus, okay. So let's go look at Zeus, okay. Again, Jupiter, Zeus, basically the same thing, right? So the Olympics are based off of Zeus, and Zeus or Jupiter is the king of the gods, right? The king, the royalty of the gods. So again, we have this king, this king connection. We have this prince, king, queen, the royalty, right? Zeus, Jupiter. The Olympics, if you just look it up, the Olympics date back to the ancient Greek games, where religious and athletic festivals held 4 years at the sanctuary of Zeus. Okay. So again, this is all about Zeus. This was an event dedicated to Zeus or Jupiter. And Jupiter's color is even purple. Royalty is represented by purple. So we have purple rain. And what's interesting, when you spell purple rain, let me just go to the gematria calculator. And let's bring up the standard cipher. If you type in purple rain, right? In the standard cipher, if you type in rain, as in a king or queen reigns, right? Purple rain equals 726. What is today, guys? Today is 726, the day of the first day of the Olympics, right? So very interesting that purple rain equals 726, the day that we're on right now. Now, again, I told you this is all about the kings, the royalty, the purple. Kamala Harris was wearing purple, okay, at her inauguration. And guess what, guys? Guess what musician opened up the French Olympics just now? It was Lady Gaga. Do you guys remember what happened at the inauguration? Lady Gaga, Biden inauguration. Okay. Remember, the image that everyone remembers is Lady Gaga with purple Kamala Harris standing behind her. Remember this image, okay? This is a very popular image from that inauguration. Lady Gaga with Kamala in the back, in the purple, okay? And guess who starts off the Olympics today, guys? The first star that you see is Lady Gaga, okay? And this is all while Kamala Harris is front page news, okay? So again, these things are completely synced up. Notice that she's wearing the Hunger Games Mockingjay symbol. And again, what are we in right now, guys? The Olympic Games, like the Hunger Games, okay? The Hunger Games, the Olympic Games. Kamala Harris is now front and center. Lady Gaga's the first famous person to perform at the Olympics just now. Just 20 minutes ago, guys, it was Lady Gaga, okay? So, again, all this stuff is, as you guys know, is perfectly in line, perfectly synced up. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into the presentation. Just think of Jupiter, think of royalty, think of purple, okay? So let's go. Prince, okay? And again, thanks to Zenith for most of these connections. I'm going to add a few things that might blow Zenith's mind. I mean, a few more 319s that he might not have found yet. At least maybe, I don't know if he did or not. But anyways, Prince is known for his song, The Gold Experience, which on that album is a song called 319. 319, okay? So there's a song on his album called 319. So what does that mean, guys? It means they want you to look into the number 319. You don't put a random number like that on anything unless it's important to something. So again, why do they have the 319? Okay, why do they have the 319 on Prince's album? Because it's important. It has meaning. It's something that's coded, okay? Notice that number 7 track on the album is The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, right? And remember, the Olympics has the woman on fire, right? So again, it's a woman theme. But anyway, Prince has a song called 319. Here's his 319 with his little sigil. And just look at this sigil, guys. It looks like a J. You see the J here? The J is, I think, stands for Jupiter here. Because Jupiter starts with a J, right? And but first of all, look at this, guys. In satanic gematria, the word Lucifer equals 319. Again, the light bearer, the flame. The Olympics is all about the flame, the light, right? Lucifer, the light bearer. Now, this is just the basic thing, but just wait till you guys see how this is connected. So as Zenith has pointed out in his videos, is why did Prince have an album with the song 319? And why did Prince die 319 days after his birthday? On April 21st, the Queen's birthday, he died. He died on the Queen's birthday 319 days after his own birthday. Okay? Prince Charles, the son of the Queen, was born on the 319th day of the year. And the king equals 319 in the same cipher as Lucifer. 319, killing 319, killed equals 319. Prince got maybe killed 319 days after his birthday on the Queen's birthday, okay? Not only was he 319 days after his own birthday, in the day that he died, he was in his 3019th week, okay? So not only was it 319 days after his birthday, he died when he was 3019 weeks old, okay? This is absolutely astronomically impossible, considering that he had a song called 319, okay? And his name was Prince, and he died on the Queen's birthday. And at the time, it was King Charles who was Prince, and he was born on the 319th day of 1948. Okay, right here, November 14th, the 319th day of the year. All right? So, astronomical. Okay? Now, what are the chances, guys? Just look at this. I just told you his whole death was scripted around 3019 or 319. Okay. Now look at this. From his death, guys, his actual death on the Queen's birthday to today is 3019 days. Today. That's why I made this video, because what are the chances of that? He died 319 days after his birthday in the 3019th week of his life. And now we are 3019 days after his death today on the Olympics, the beginning of the Olympics. You guys understand what I'm showing you? The Olympics is today, 3019 days after Prince died. He was 3019 weeks old when he died, and he was 319 days after his birthday when he died. Okay, so absolutely crazy that it lines up with today, exactly 3019 days later. Okay, and now you have this big event happening, this Paris Olympics in Paris, when Prince was completely tied to the 319. And I'm going to show you why it's also tied to the Queen. Okay, all this stuff happening today has huge ties to the royal family and Prince. Okay. So again, I hope you guys are getting the astronomical odds of that the day is 3019 days after his death. Okay. It's just, now look at this. Prince also, today's Olympics, okay? Today's Olympics is 316 days before his next birthday if he was still alive. Well, 316 is the upside down 319. So it's 3019 days after his death today. And it's 316 days before his birthday, which is the upside down 319. So upside down, 6316, right? Olympics start 316 days before Prince's 2025 birthday. 316 is 319 upside down. Okay. Okay, so that's just a smaller find, but I think it's relevant considering the upside down, the as above, so below, right? Now, let's prove that this 319 is super tied to the royal family. Queen Elizabeth when she was born to the day that she became queen was 319 lunar phases. From the day she was born to the day before she became queen was exactly 319 lunar phases. Okay? What are the chances? I just told you that Prince died 319 days before the queen's birthday, and he had a song called 319. He was 3,019 weeks old. Today is 3,019 days after Prince's death. And the queen, when she became queen, was 319 lunar phases. Exactly, guys. Exactly. And her dad, King George, has ties to the Olympics. I'm going to show you why in a minute. But just and try to, I hope you guys are understanding like just the astronomical odds of all this. Like there's no chance. All right. Okay, light doorway. If you think that's not a find, whatever. You can flip numbers upside down. The 9 and the 6 are flipped upside down. As above, so below, my friend. It may not be 319, but 316 is the upside down of the 319. You don't have to agree with me, but that's just the way I see it. Why do you think the yin and the yang looks like the 6 and the 9? Why do you think Cancer is 6 and 9, right? So that's just the way I see it. You don't have to agree. That's not even the most, I don't even know why you're making a big deal of it, because it's just a little fine. It's not even, what about, are you going to say something about the 319 days after Prince died to today, and Prince had a song called 319 and he was 3,019 weeks old when he died? Are you going to say something about that fine? Or are you going to just pick at the 316? Yeah, 316 is pi. Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess I get what you're saying. Anyways, yeah, Satan, Lucifer flipped things upside down. The hangman, right? Flipping things upside down. As above, so below. That's just what I'm pointing at. But anyway, Queen Elizabeth was 319 lunar phases old when she became queen. Okay. Now, when the queen died and when King Charles took over, this happened on September 8th. and September 8th, if you type it out in capitals, it equals 319. So again, the king died the queen died on September 8th, which equals 319, and King Charles was born on the 319th day of the year. Okay. And again, he became king on September 8th, which equals 319. So just insanity. All right. So let's just look even more into this, because when Prince died, he died on the Queen's birthday in 2016. And from the day he died to the day of the start of Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee on June 2nd, 2022, was exactly 319 weeks. He died on her birthday, and then she had her Platinum Jubilee on June 2nd, 2022, and that was exactly 319 weeks apart, guys. Okay? How many things have I showed you now? That's at least 6. That's at least 6 different ones. Okay? Again, here you can see her Jubilee started, her Platinum Jubilee beacon started on June 2nd, 2022, from his death on her birthday to her Jubilee was 319 weeks. Again, Prince had the song called 319. And again, the reason I'm making all these connections is because today is exactly 3,019 days after Prince's death. Okay, so it all ties to today, the Olympics, the royalty, the purple, the Jupiter. I think that's why Prince's symbol, it looks like a J. His guitar looks like a J. There's probably a Venus connection too, but I'm just pointing out the Jupiter connection. So anyways, now get this, guys. Look at this. I just told you today is 3,019 days after Prince's death. The guy who has the 319 song, okay? Well, Prince was born in 1958. King Charles turned 10 years old on 11/14/1958. If you measure from today, the year that Prince was born, and the birthday of King Charles on 11/14/1958, his 10th birthday, and you measure forward to today's Olympics, it's 23,997 days. This number has a prime factorization of 319 times 421. Do you guys get this? Wow. You're telling me from Prince's birth year, the birthday in Prince's birth year off King Charles, when King Charles was still Prince, to today is 23,997 days. And this breaks down to 3 times 19 times 421. Prince died 319 days after his birthday on the date 421, guys. Like, what? And I just told you today is 3,019 days after his death date. So there's two things linking up today. Okay, today is 3,019 after his death. And you're telling me from King Charles' 10th birthday in his birth year, give me a thumbs up if you guys are understanding how crazy that is, please. I just need to know that you guys are as shocked as I was when I saw this. I was like, are you kidding me? Of all things, of all numbers that this could line up with, it would be 319, 421. And again, this is King Charles, born on the 319th day of the year. His mother was born on 421. 3 times 19 times 421 is the amount of days between his birthday that year and today. Like, I mean, like that's just insane, considering that we already measured to today from Prince's death. And the reason I think this might connect to Jupiter, and today especially, is because, again, look at Prince's guitar, okay? Do you see the big J right here? I mean, this could be Jesus. This could be Jupiter. This could be Jesuit. This could be anything with a J. They love the J, first of all. Donald J. Trump, the J. That's like a symbol of the Jesuits, in my opinion. But it's also connected to Jupiter, who starts with a J, okay? Thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. So notice the J, okay? But notice what the symbol actually means. What the meaning of the Prince symbol adopted as his mid-career. Prince's love symbol was created by the incorporation of both the ancient Mars, male, and the female Venus. So again, guys, I've been making so many connections with Venus and the burning flame, the Olympics, right? And Prince's symbol is a combination of the male and the female. And look what it says. It merges the ancient symbols of man and woman to create a gender fluid. Okay, do you guys understand what this is? A gender fluid. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Gender fluid, one gender, combining the male and the female. Yeah, like a Baphomet, right? But again, remember, Lucifer equals 319, right? Lucifer 319. Prince had a song 319. I just showed you all the 319 connections. But again, this is Venus and Mars. Remember, the Eiffel Tower is located on a place where the Mars, and this actually reminds me a bit of the Eiffel Tower, this symbol, because say if the Eiffel Tower was located here, guys, and this would be looking out into the courtyard of the Eiffel Tower because there's a cross on the Eiffel Tower. I'm not saying this is exactly the layout of the Eiffel Tower, but I'm just saying that connecting to the Olympics today and the fact that the Eiffel Tower sits here and there's a Mars connection to the Eiffel Tower and all the connections to Venus, because again, France is always connecting things to the lady, the feminine, right? The Eiffel Tower is the Iron Lady. The Notre Dame is also called in France the Lady. And the first person, you guys understand? The first person the first celebrity to perform today at the Olympics was a girl named was Lady Gaga. Okay? That's why. Yeah, Lady Gaga stuns at Paris Olympics. That just happened, guys. Okay? So you have the Iron Lady, the Eiffel Tower. You have all this lady symbolism. So you have the feminine mixing with the masculine. Okay? This is the symbol of Prince, right? Lady Gaga takes center stage. This just happened, like I said. So I told you it's all about the lady. And what's the chances that the first person we see, celebrity, is Lady Gaga? And so anyway, this is the symbol. But again, this also has a connection to the Eye of Horus. And I told you in prior videos that Horus has symbology of both a male and female. Again, a mixture of male and female. Okay, Horus also has that. But look at what Horus represents: the Eye of Horus, ancient Egyptian symbol for protection, good health, and royal power. There you go, guys. Royalty. The Eye of Horus, right here. Okay, you have the Jupiter, and you have the Mars and Venus, the male and the female. You have the Eye of Horus. Okay. You also have the yin and the yang, right? This part, the yin and the yang, the 69. Okay. Again, the male and the female. Okay. So, yeah, I found this online of explaining kind of some of the symbolism, and I thought, yeah, this is a good thing to add. There are no kings on this earth, only princes. I don't know where that comes from. If anyone knows where that saying comes from, it'd be interesting to see, because this saying says there are no kings on this earth, only princes, which is actually true. There's only one king, God, right? So, yeah, Lady Gaga. Yep, that's funny. Yeah, and again, this whole Olympics today has been about love. They've had hearts all over them, like love and passion. Like that's Venus, right? But when the male and the female come together, you make a child too, right? So that's also symbolic of the two coming together, right? Making a child. It's not always just a Baphomet symbolism. It also represents the creation of a child. The male and the female come together, become one, and create one child. Okay? Or they can have twins. It's possible. But what I found funny was with Kamala Harris trending right now with the purple, there's actually a connection between Kamala Harris and Prince. Other than the people that say Kamala Harris. Okay, I want to know in the chat. Give me a poll. Give me a poll in the chat. Who thinks that Lady Gaga, or not Lady Gaga, who thinks that Kamala Harris looks like Prince at all? I mean, there are people out there on Twitter saying that Prince is playing Kamala Harris. So give me a thumbs up, and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down in the chat if you think that's possible, or if you think it's not. Because I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, I see some resemblance, but I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, the dude does look like a lady. That's true for sure. But I don't know if he's playing Kamala Harris. I mean, if you see what I saw on Twitter, it's a little bit more obvious because there was a guy taking their photos and overlaying them. But yeah, I wasn't convinced even then. Yeah, most people don't see it. Like I said, it's a little bit more close when you see the pictures overlaid, but I think that's just kind of a trick on the mind. I don't think that's always accurate to do that. But anyway, it doesn't even matter because there's already a connection between Kamala Harris and Prince. With the announcement that Kamala Harris will be the Democratic vice president nominee, Joe Biden has selected a running mate with 8 years experience as district attorney, nearly 4 years of experience in the Senate, and a lifetime of devotion to Prince. Okay, so she has a lifetime of devotion to Prince. Harris' love of the purple one goes back to her formative years, according to Mercury News. The future politician was part of the dance troupe. In high school. The group regularly performed at the local community center and senior citizens home, and Harris was sure to include Prince tunes in their shows. The fandom continued into college, and Harris attended Howard in the early 80s, a tenure which coincided with the release of Prince's seminal film, Purple Rain. Okay, so they're saying that her attendance in Howard University coincided with Prince's Purple Rain. Like many people, Harris was swept up by the Purple Rain phenomenon, an experience which left a lasting impact. Decades later, the senator would list the title track as her favorite song from the movie during an appearance on the late night show. So again, regardless of whether you think these are the same person or not, Kamala Harris is apparently a huge Prince fan. And considering that Kamala Harris wore the color purple at inauguration where Lady Gaga performed, and Prince is most likely known for the song Purple Rain, and Kamala Harris is apparently obsessed with the song Purple Rain. So anyway, I think it's just, you don't even need them to look alike for this to be a connection. Now, like fans all over the world, Harris was crushed by the sudden death of Prince in 2016. The night he died, she said she and her husband turned on Prince music, played it in the backyard, and she was like, we just danced to Prince music for hours. Okay, so apparently Kamala Harris danced to Prince music on the night he died. When the New York Times ran a piece in 2019 examining the personal playlist, Harris was sure to include Prince in her submission. So anyway, you guys get the picture. She loves Prince. Okay? She loves Prince. So, and she wore the purple and Purple Rain. She's possibly getting ready to take the reins and reign as president, right? So how else does this Purple Rain tie into today's Olympics? Well, look at this. Again, I told you Purple Rain, if you spell it out like a king or queen reigning, it equals 726. Today is 726. If you measure from the release date of Purple Rain, to today, look at this, guys. If you guys didn't already believe that today is super connected to Prince, look at this. From his Purple Rain album to today is exactly 14641 days. That's a palindrome, 146146, forward and backwards. That's also Trump's birthday, right? 146. But 14641 is the 121st square number, guys. 121 times 121 is 14641. Antichrist 121, Revelation 121. Antichrist 726, Revelation 726. Okay, so wow, like from Prince's album to today is such a special day. Is the 121 square, and it's 726 is the date today, and Antichrist equals 121 and 726. Purple Rain, if you spell it with the rain, it equals 726. And let me tell you guys something. I know that everything right now is connected to the king and queen and royalty today because the Bitcoin chart is showing us that. I can't even explain to you. If you guys don't know charts, you guys don't understand. But the price of Bitcoin hit its low price of dominance of Bitcoin on the day the queen died and the day that the king ascended, okay? And ever since then, it's been on an uptrend. And today is exactly 98 weeks. Here it is, guys. Look at this. From the day the queen died on 9/8 to today's Olympics is 98 weeks exactly. Or sorry, yesterday was 98 weeks exactly. One day before the Olympics, 98 weeks after 9/8. Okay? Okay? So, again, why is that important? Because the 9/8 is also the death and the ascension day of the king, right? But again, I wish I could show you guys the Bitcoin chart. I got a few more slides. I'll go back to that in a minute. But let's bring all this together with the Olympics, with King Charles, with Kamala Harris. Let's bring it all together, okay? So anyway, King Charles' grandfather was George the Sixth. His real name was Albert. Remember that, guys, Albert. Okay, Albert, or King George VI, was the one who opened the 1948 Summer Olympics. Well, guess what, guys? It's 2024 now, and we're in the Summer Olympics again. And the 1948 Olympics, which was the year that King Charles was born, was opened by his grandfather, King George VI. King George VI's first name is Albert. Okay, so let's look at this. London had the Olympics in 1948, the year that King Charles was born. His grandfather, Albert, sorry I put Alberta, but I meant to say Albert, opened the games that year. George was the last emperor of India. George, his grandfather, in 1948 was the last emperor of India. Kamala Harris is Indian. And Kamala, her dad's name is Jasper. Okay, so put this together, guys. Hence why, currently, at this moment, Jasper, Alberta is on fire. Okay, do you guys get this? There is a fire in Jasper, Kamala Harris's dad's middle name, Jasper, Alberta, which is King Charles' grandfather's first name. And this is all happening when the Paris Olympics are starting, and they have the flame with the woman as the flame, okay? So, again, do you guys get what I'm putting down here? You got Kamala's dad's middle name. Let me show you. Kamala's dad. Donald Jasper Harris. Right here. Donald Jasper Harris. Okay. And right now you have Jasper, Alberta. Jasper faces significant loss of buildings and infrastructure as wildfire engulfs Alberta. Okay. So Kamala's dad, Jasper, and now it's in Alberta. And that's the name of George VI, who opened up the Olympics in the year that King Charles was born. And now this is the first Olympics that is being held in King Charles's reign as king. This is the first one. Okay. So anyways, I actually have more Zenith. I actually have more 319 connections. Zenith, listen to this one. I'm going to read this out for Zenith. You guys can follow me if you want. But I don't have this in a slide, but let me read it. 319, okay, 319 is the 398th composite number, or 398 is the 319th composite number. You see this, guys? 398. And Queen Elizabeth, became queen 3 years and 98 days after lunation 319. So let me bring this up. This is for Zenith. This is for Zenith only, really, because the rest of you guys may not understand this. So 1948. Let me bring up the lunations. So you see this, guys? Lunation 319, right? Zenith. Lunation 319. Okay, lunation 319 ended 14 days before Charles was born. How about that one? So I don't know if you knew that, Zenith, but the 319th lunation was in the same year that King Charles was born. King Charles was born on the 319th day of the year. Look at this. 1948. He was born on 11/14. Okay, so you see King Charles born on the 319th day of the year. That means he was born 14 days after the end of lunation 319. Okay? So how crazy is that? Born on the 319th day of the year, 14. The only thing crazier would be as if he was born in lunation 319. That would be crazy too. But still, 319 was just days before he was born. Okay? Now, as I said before, the prime number, if I can bring it back up, 398 is connected to 319 because 398 is the 319th composite number. So what do we get if we measure 3 years and 98 days after the end of lunation 319? Let's see. You guys see this? Lunation 319 ended right here, October 31st, 1948, just before King Charles was born. 3 years and 98 days later was the day that Queen Elizabeth became queen. This is literally the day that she became queen. Do you guys understand? Again, 319, 398 is the 319th composite, and 3 years and 98 days after the end of lunation 319 was the day that Queen Elizabeth became queen. This is the day that King George died. Okay? 398. So there's another one for you, Zenith, to add to your I mean, come on now. You got to give me props for that. Like the 398, I know you mentioned that in your video, how it's connected to the 319. But again, 398 right there. Let's see. Sorry guys, I lost my train of thought for a second. So anyway, all this is connected to the fires right now with Kamala Harris, the purple. But the reason that I'm ending it with this is because I told you that the Olympics is all connected to Jupiter. The original Paris Olympics logo was the symbol of Jupiter right here. You see it, guys? There's the original Paris logo. That's the symbol of Jupiter. Okay. And in the same cipher, in Satanic, royalty, again, Jupiter is the sky god and the father of all gods, the king of the gods. For that reason, he's associated with the color purple and royalty. Jupiter associated with royalty, right? Royalty equals 318, okay? But in the rule of Kollel, I've showed this in prior videos, the rule of Kollel, let me read this. The Kabbalistic rule of Kollel states that one digit can be added to or subtracted from the gematria value of a word without affecting its value. This seems to modern ears to be a cheat. However, the Kabbalists explained this rule by pointing out that for them, one was not a number. The monad symbolizes divinity and could come and go as he pleased, adding nothing and taking nothing away. So in the rule of Kollel, royalty equals 318. And in the rule of Kollel, you add the 1, you get the 319. So again, this is an actual practice, guys. Again, the only way I would use this is if it was something that was being used by people that use it. And again, they use this rule of Kollel. So you got the royalty equals 318, which is 1 off from 319. And then again, you got this royalty connection. I just showed you all the 319s connected to King Charles, Queen Elizabeth. This one was crazy from King Charles' 10th birthday, the year that Prince was born. It's 23,997 days, which is 3 times 19 times 421. Prince died on 421, 319 days after his birthday. 319 weeks between the death of Prince and the Queen's Jubilee. The Queen died on September 8th, which equals 319. There's 319 lunar phases when she became queen after she was born. Today is 3,019 days. 3,019 days after his death. So again, that's why today seems to align with everything, okay? 7-1 is saying Millennium Lunation 319 starts October 21st, 2025. Right. I mean, that's interesting. So Lunation 319 starts on October 21st. Millennium Lunation. Okay, yeah, I get what you mean. So from the start of the millennium to that day, that's one day after Kamala's birthday. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, anyways, I just thought this was insane. All the 319s. You start off with the Lucifer connection, which once again connects. So let's go over a few things. I know this is taking forever, guys. Sorry. I want to get to the chat here. Give me a second. So let me just go over a few more things. You have the Snoop Dogg news. Snoop Dogg was announced to carry the torch at the Olympics a few days before Biden stepped down, and there were calls for Biden to pass the torch, right? So Snoop Dogg's carrying the torch. Snoop Dogg equals 112 and 49. Kamala Harris 112 and 49. And they're born on the same birthday. Okay, so they have the same birthday. Snoop Dogg is carrying the torch, and Snoop Dogg equals 112 and 49 like Kamala Harris. And again, Snoop Dogg is also connected to Sirius, and we're in the time of the Heliacal rising of Sirius. So that's definitely interesting. And how about this one? Again, I pointed this out. Again, I told you there's devastating wildfires in Jasper, Alberta, right? The woman on fire from the Hunger Games, right? We're in the Olympic Games. And Jasper, Alberta's on fire. And Jasper's located in District 12, guys. District 12. And in the Hunger Games movie, the woman on fire is from District 12. Do you guys understand? That's crazy, right? And look, The Girl on Fire by Cinna and Caesar Flickerman. Caesar Flickerman, right? Caesar. We just had the Trump thing connected to Caesar. But yeah, the Hunger Games, District 12, The Girl on Fire. Now we have Jasper on fire, and Jasper's from District 12. Okay. And I posted this today. Look at this. I mean, this is about the most obvious clue that you can get right here. And I've been talking about this for a while, how I think Kamala could be 47, Trump could be 48. But look at the picture they posted, CNN. They said Harris eclipses Biden. Okay. Oh, and do you guys know what the name of Kamala Harris's grandmother was? Since Susan in the chat is saying Jasper and Beryl from the Bible. Look at what the name of Kamala's grandmother supposedly was. Kamala's grandmother, Beryl. Look at that. Kamala's grandmother. It's just, I just have to laugh sometimes. Like, Kamala's grandmother was Beryl Harris. So you just had this Hurricane Beryl. Okay. And Kamala's grandmother was named Beryl. Right here, Kamala Harris and her supposed grandmother Beryl. And what county did Beryl, the hurricane, affect? You guys know what county Hurricane Beryl hit? Let me try to find it here. Hold on. Power restored. Okay, get right here, right? Look at this. Power restored in Harris County after Hurricane Beryl. Okay? Okay, this is just insane, man. Like, I just showed you that Kamala's grandmother's name is Beryl Harris. And then you have power being restored in Harris County after Hurricane Beryl. And this happened just before Kamala Harris took center stage. Okay? Yeah, and Beyonce, who I've connected to Kamala Harris before, Beyonce is the one who allowed What was I going to say? Oh, Beyonce allowed Kamala Harris to use her song "Freedom" in her campaign. So let's look that up while we're at it. So anyway, just so I can hit on that point one more time, power restored in Harris County after Hurricane Beryl. Kamala Harris, her grandmother's name is Beryl Harris. Okay. So with that out of the way, Beyonce, who's from Harris County, Kamala Harris is using Beyonce's Freedom as her campaign song. What to know? Okay, so Beyonce is using, or Kamala Harris is using Beyonce's song called Freedom, right? Remember how Beyonce had the album earlier this year where she's riding on the horse with the American flag? And you know where Beyonce is born, right? Beyonce is born in Harris County. Okay, so again, these are the kind of, you don't even need numbers. You don't even need gematria for this. Like the Beryl hurricane hitting Harris County, and then the artist from Harris County is letting Kamala Harris use her song for her campaign. It's just, I wouldn't even be surprised if Kamala Harris becomes the president on Beyonce's birthday. I would not be surprised. Like, really, I would not be surprised if September 4th this year, Biden croaks and Kamala Harris takes over. Okay, I would not be, and I would not be surprised at all. So watch out for that date as well. But there's other dates to watch out for before that. But remember, Beyonce had released the album Beyonce, Texas Hold'em, or Cowboy Carter. Remember this with the American flag and everything? So again, don't even need numbers. But of course, the numbers are amazing. We love them. But yeah, Hurricane Beryl was heading towards Corpus Christi, remember? And I talked about Corpus Christi just weeks before that happened. Oh, 7-1 says that Beryl is the gemstone of Sirius. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know. I didn't see that one yet. Hold on a second. Let me highlight that comment. So Beryl is the gemstone of Sirius. Okay, so let's just search that. I don't know if I can find it, but and just know how we had that eruption, at Yellowstone. There's been lots of stone symbolism, right? Let's see. Several colors of Beryl varieties are offered as Goshenite colors: yellow Beryl, golden Beryl. I don't know where I can actually find that, but I believe you, 7. Let's see. Yeah, I should look more into the element beryllium. Beryllium, the element. Hey Joseph, no, I didn't. I had already started my stream. I didn't catch the end of yours. Did something happen? Casey Jones says beryllium is the 4th element. I'm trying to catch up with all your comments. Hold on. Beryllium is the 4th element. Kamala and Jay-Z born on the 4th and married on the 4th. Jupiter glyph looks like a 4. Okay. Beyonce had an album named 4, and Jay-Z had an album named 444. So yeah. Okay, so Joseph says Google rising above lotus sculpture. Okay. So apparently Joseph has usually if it's something Joseph's sharing, it's big. So Joseph says Google rising above lotus sculpture. Do I need to search images? Oh, type it in. Wait, hold on. Is there an image I need to pull up? Trump gave it to the Pope. Oh, so I need to search Trump giving the lotus to the Pope? Is that what I need to search? Rising above lotus sculpture. Hold on. Trump. Ah, I see. Yeah, so I guess this is the rising above lotus sculpture. And he gave it to the Pope, right? And the Pope is from. Okay, yeah, so that's interesting. So Joseph says rising above equals 726. And today is 726. Hold on a second, guys. Yeah, so oh wow. So rising above equals 726 and 121, of course, because that's the Revelation Antichrist. I just talked about this number earlier. That's crazy. Yeah, Kamala means lotus. That's why we're talking about this, because Kamala means lotus, and um Trump gave the rising above lotus statue to the Pope right here. So right here, the rise Trump gave Pope Francis the sculpture, right? So again, it's not a coincidence that Donald Trump is Donald J. Trump, Kamala Harris's dad is Donald J. Harris, and don't forget, there's a bunch of connections with the Olympics. Did you guys know the Olympic Games? So look at this, Olympic Games equals 138. Hold on a second. Sorry if I'm missing you guys' comments. I'm getting distracted by a lot of things. But Olympic Games equals 138. Donald Trump, 138. First woman, 138. Divine feminine, Divine feminine, 138. President Kamala Harris, 138. What else is 138? Am I missing one, guys? I think I'm missing one, but anyway, I think that does it, right? That's just this huge number, guys. Olympic Games 138, Donald Trump 138, first woman 138, divine feminine 138, President Kamala Harris 138. So you think it's a coincidence that Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are headlining right now and during the Olympic Games now? So, and the woman is the face of the Olympic Games. And don't forget the Venus Rose. Oh, don't forget Venus Rose equals 138. Rose of Venus, 138. 7:1 says beryl is referenced in Revelation 21:20. 7:30 is 4 days. You know, 7, I found a huge connection to 7:30, and I can't remember it now. There's a huge connection with something with the royal family or King Charles. I can't remember it now. Oh, I think it was the day. Okay, hold on. I think there was a Olympic Games. Yeah, I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, I can't remember. Sorry. There was something huge with 7:30. Don't forget that I talked a lot about August 9th because August 9th is the 222nd. Well, that actually brings me to my next point. Sorry, I have so much stuff to cover today, guys. It's kind of all over the place. Let me go back to my community section. Hold on. Thank you guys for sticking around. Please hit the like buttons. I know this stream has been all over the place, but I still appreciate if you guys hit the likes. I have 152 watching. How about that? 152. I've been talking about that number. But anyway, as Joseph pointed out in his stream, today is 726. Antichrist equals 726. Revelation 726. And Barack and Michelle Obama endorsed Kamala Harris for president on 726. At the end of Kamala Harris's promotional video, she says, Harris for president. Like, just go watch. Joseph, I was trying to write you this in your stream because I don't know if you saw it, but at the end of her promotion video, right at the end of this video that she does, it says Harris for president. Okay? And so that's something we can decode, right? Harris for president. And Harris for president equals 222, like President Kamala Harris, like President Harris, like Vice President Harris, like Kamala Harris equals 222 in capitals, like order out of chaos, like Gerald Ford, he took office on 8/9. So again, why am I watching 8/9 so much, guys? Because Gerald Ford was the one who predicted a woman president. Gerald Ford in 1974, on August 9th, he took over. Okay, he took over for Nixon. Okay. So that means that on August 9th this year, it will be exactly 50 years since Gerald Ford took over for Nixon, right? On 8/9, right? And why is this important? Well, first of all, Harris equals 89. The wrestler Kamala James Harris. Let me just show you this. Oh, Joseph, did you see this? I don't think you were in here, Joseph. Look at this. Kamala Harris's grandmother's name was Beryl Harris. And the Hurricane Beryl that just hit Texas, it hit Harris County. So, yeah, Joseph, that might be something you would want to share with your people because, I mean, what's the chances that her grandmother's name was Beryl and her Beryl Harris and Beryl the hurricane hit Harris County, Texas? And that connects with the Bible, too, because we were talking about Jasper. Kamala Harris's dad's name is Jasper, and Beryl and Jasper are the stones mentioned in the Bible. Yeah, so, I mean, it's huge. But anyways, let's go back to James Arthur Harris. So this guy right here. This guy was named James Arthur Harris, but he wrestled under the name Kamala. Okay. What are the chances that he wrestled under the stage name Kamala and his last name was Harris? And in fact, his name, James Harris, James Harris equals Kamala Harris, right? And his stage name was Kamala and his last name was Harris. Like, okay, so again, this guy, the reason I'm mentioning this is because this wrestler named Kamala, he died on August 9th. This was the same day that Gerald Ford, who predicted a female president 2 days before Kamala Harris's birthday, Gerald Ford took over for Nixon on 8/9. Gerald Ford said in the Herbert Hoover Library, as Joseph mentioned also, and we've known this for a while, I've known this for a while, but in the Herbert Hoover Library, Gerald Ford said, we will get a female president when the president dies, becomes sick and dies in office. Well, he said that in the Herbert Hoover Library, and Herbert Hoover was born on the 222nd day of the year, August 10th, 1874. So Herbert Hoover was born on the 222nd day of the year. President Kamala Harris, 222. President Harris, 222. Harris for president, 222. Kamala Harris, 222. I mean, come on. And that's another one, Joseph. I know you don't usually use the capitals, But I mean, what's the chances that we know that all these 222s with Kamala Harris, and what's the chances that in the Francis Bacon Capital cipher, just her name Kamala Harris also equals 222? You see, like, come on. Anyways, sorry I'm losing you guys, but I mean, this is just undeniable stuff, right? I see Zena's still in here. President Underwood, Kevin Spacey, born 7/26. Ah, yeah. That's a good one. Do you guys remember the show House of Cards? Kevin Spacey's birthday is 7/26. In that show, he plays a president who's replaced by a woman. Let's see. I'm just gonna go another five minutes or so, guys. I'm just trying to read through your comments. Hold on. All right. So I see Captain Flat-Tastics in the chat. Hello. He didn't predict the female president. Yeah, he didn't necessarily predict it, but the fact that he said this 2 days before Kamala's birthday. And don't forget, he said this 2 days before Kamala's 25th birthday. And he did it in the Herbert Hoover Library, and Kamala Harris was born on Herbert Hoover's birthday. And the reason that he did this 2 days before her 25th birthday is because if Kamala was to replace a dying president, she would do it with the 25th Amendment. So what's the chances of that? Her 25th birthday, 2 days before that, he talks about a woman replacing the president, which would be under the 25th Amendment. So it was perfectly synced with her birthday, in the Herbert Hoover Library. And just the 222 stuff is enough to be like beyond coincidence, right? Yeah, he probably. I mean, probably that's what they do with these things is they manifest them. Magic manifesting. And don't forget, there was a movie that came out last year, I think, or earlier this year called The Color Purple. Just to go back on the purple thing. There was a movie that came out this year. Look at this. The girl who plays one of the main characters in the Color Purple movie this year was Nettie Harris. So again, you got the Harris connection. And this movie was all connected to Kamala Harris, I believe. The Color Purple. And the girl in the movie her name is Harris also. So I've covered so much of this stuff over the years. I also covered the two feral girls, like Amala and Kamala. This story of Amala and Kamala, covered that also. Yeah, there is a controversy. I know it's actually pronounced Kamala, but I just always say Kamala because I've gotten so used to saying that. But what was interesting is the wrestler who wrestled under the name Kamala, the way you pronounced his name was Kamala. You didn't pronounce it Kamala. But I think she pronounces it Kamala. It does sound like Kamala, right? Susan says it sounds like Kamala. Yeah, it does sounds exactly like Kamala. That's a good one. Yeah, the original Color Purple came out in the 1980s, yeah. Stanley Kubrick's birthday is today too. Wow, interesting. Sandy says Stanley Kubrick's birthday is today. Well, he was just part of the news because he was part of the connection with with what's her name? I can't remember her name now. What was the name of the lady that just died on July 11th? I can't remember her name. I see y'all's 222 gematria. If you take ordinal, take the top row numbers and put them the bottom row, and vice versa. 47th president 222. Interesting. Oh yeah, Shelley Duvall. That's so yeah. Stanley Kubrick. His birthday's today. He directed Shelley Duvall in the Shining movie. Yeah. So yeah, maybe it's connected to something today. I mean, did you guys see there was already attacks on the railways? I didn't even mention that, but Olympics railway attacks. France train network hit by arson attacks during the Olympics. So yeah. I don't know if Joseph, if you looked into this or anything, Joseph, this attacks. I didn't get a chance to look into it. The immediate suspicion in France is that Moscow might be behind the Olympic Eve attacks. So they're saying they might blame Russia, huh? Let's see what rail. Of course, it's a train. It's a train network, right? I mean, we had a lot of train incidents already in the past 2 years, right? But train equals crown, so it could tie to all this royalty stuff. Train equals, well, train also equals Harris in reverse. You see this, guys? Harris equals 7337. You know the name Harris also equals perfect? 7337, like Harris, perfect. Train equals 73 and 37. So maybe it's connected to that. But yeah, it seems like they're blaming Russia. Again, guys, we've shown plenty of connections that there could be some sort of stuff going on with the Olympics this year. I would definitely not want to be there. Let's put it that way. I'll have to decode this more. I don't know if Joseph looked at it. I need to look more into it. But anyways, guys, please hit the like buttons. I appreciate all the people that have already hit the like button. And we're going to go ahead and get ready to wind this stream down. But thank you again to all the people in the chat. Thank you, Zenith. Make sure you guys go check out Zenith's channel. I gave him a shout out at the beginning for the 319 contribution. Thank you, Joseph, being in the chat. Thank you, Sean, my buddy Sean. He's also in the chat. Thank you, Casey Jones, also a big contributor. Much love to you, brother. I don't know if you're still in here, Casey Jones. Make sure you subscribe to Casey Jones' channel. Make sure you subscribe to Captain Flatastic's channel. Wait, Captain Flatastic. Wait, do you even have a channel? I might have misspoke. I don't know if she has a channel. Sorry, maybe you should have a channel. I don't think you do though. But make sure you go subscribe to Sean of the Sod, this channel right here. Of course, make sure you subscribe to Joseph Aquaviva 2222. And Zenith of the Alpha, he just put his link in the chat. Go subscribe to his link. Also, guys, I posted my friend. I talked to him on Discord. If you guys want to go subscribe to Decoding with Jordan, this channel right here, Decoding with Jordan, he just started making videos, and he showed how God has, coded the number 303 into his life, and it's pretty insane. So go check out this channel. Even if you don't watch all of his videos, just go subscribe, give him a like. He's just trying to start a channel, So just like when I started, I needed people to come and give a like. He doesn't have many subscribers, but let's try to get him some subs. And let's see. Yeah, Captain Flatastic. I misspoke, guys. She doesn't have a channel, but much love to her anyway. Many hearts to you. Hope you're doing well. Gematrinator 85. Yeah, make sure you go subscribe to Derek Gematrinator 85 right here. Thank you for reminding me. Is there anyone else in the chat that has a channel? Visionary Vet, don't you have a Visionary Vet has a channel? Go subscribe to his channel. I'm just trying to give everyone shout outs, because I'm nothing without all of you guys. That's the truth. Does Cable X Dialectics have a channel too? Yeah, okay. I need to subscribe to his channel. Why am I not subscribed? I need to subscribe to his channel. Also, Dr. Savage. If someone wants to post Dr. Savage's link in the chat, Lambda 115, yep. You guys can post links in the chat if you want. Lambda 115, this channel right here. Thank you, W. Buchanan. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Oh, go make sure you guys subscribe to The Illusion. The Illusion, he's another channel. Yeah, if you guys have a channel, post it in here now before I hang it up. I just want to make sure I get all the channels because I'm trying to support everyone here. So you guys see the links in the chat. Everyone's posting links and all the channels have been mentioned, I think. So thank you guys so much. Please support the community, support the awesome decoders. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for adding stuff. Yeah, The Illusion. The channel's called The Illusion. So go subscribe to his channel. And if you guys want to support my channel, please hit the like. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee link at the top. I also have a Cash App. I'm really hitting a time where I need extra support. If it's on your hearts, I always appreciate it because of my traveling. I'm leaving, guys, I'm leaving Germany in 4 days. So I'll be back in Albania again. So you're going to have Cody without his girlfriend in the middle of Albania. So please pray for me and send me good wishes. Hopefully everything goes fine. It's supposed to be very hot in Albania. Hopefully I find a place with an air conditioner, but everything is so expensive right now because it's the middle of summer. So hopefully I find a place with an air conditioner and hopefully I can survive the 100 and some degree heat. But yeah, I appreciate all your well wishes, all your support, all your prayers. You guys really helped me a lot. Like I said, I don't know what I would be without this channel. So you guys really, really are my family. So anyways, thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. We'll keep an eye on the Olympics and see what happens. And as always, God bless you all. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. God bless.